So, Linda, previously we talked about kind of reaching on LinkedIn, building relationship, and we feel that LinkedIn is helping building that authentic relationship. That's how we never met. We were on LinkedIn for 5, 6 years. I always commented on you. I've seen your work, and I feel that kind of knowing you. And that's how we are here now interviewing you. But again, for some people, when I tell clients or students I'm helping, it takes time to build a relationship. You cannot reach out to Linda day one and say, hey, Linda, help me. I need a job. It takes time. And I always give them the example of as if you're going to a bank and you're depositing in the bank values. You cannot go bank and withdraw from day one. So how can people network these days knowing that there's a job now, but they don't know the recruiter or the person internally?
That's a great question. I think when it comes to networking online, networking on LinkedIn, it does start with that sort of the soft approach of checking out what that person is posting about, liking their things, commenting, genuinely
Yeah.
commenting. And I'll be honest, I'm someone that is very savvy with like I can read something and I can feel what that person actually intends. And so I could be wrong, but I that is I don't know if I should be saying this because I know you're posting this on LinkedIn, but on LinkedIn, there's a lot of effort that you do have to put in. You
Yes.
have to put in this effort and this consistency, and it'll
Mhm.
reward you if you put in this effort and consistency.
Yeah.
And so that's the same though, I think, with developing a relationship. Like I know you said you've commented and liked my stuff over all these years, and now we're finally talking, which is fantastic. I do think that you have to think of it in terms of the long game, just as you
Mhm.
said, not just, oh, first day I'm going to ask for a favor. But at the same time, I'm also a very direct person. So
Mhm.
if someone reached out to me and asked me for, to collaborate or to discuss or whatnot, I'll have to assess in that moment. But I don't think you should hold back either.
Mhm.
If you want to go after an opportunity, go for it.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to creep around, and you do that, of course, but then eventually just straight up ask that
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, because some people are like the direct approach, and even sometimes when I get connection requests, sometimes automatically get bombarded with requests or stuff. So again, I assess and I say, okay, I'm not interested, or I tell them, build relationship. You don't know me, or I don't know you. Like I always give them feedback. But for international students again and immigrants, because sometimes I help also those clients, is how should they have that confidence that we talked about earlier to take that approach or reach to people? Maybe in their country, they're not used to asking for help or reaching to people. How can they build that confidence so that they can do the networking part?
Well, the thing with confidence is that there's the aspect of knowing yourself. That's the inner confidence. But then there's confidence that you build from doing, from action, from, reaching out, from commenting, from getting to know people, from having conversations,
Yeah.
those things. So there's a combination of the two. So if you're saying, how can they have the confidence to go out and network? Well, first of all, make sure that you have a plan for if you're going to do a networking event or you're going to go to a career fair, actually schedule those in to your
Mhm.
calendar and then do a little bit of prep work ahead of time. Know what is my value? What are my skills? What are my talents? What am I really good at? I want to talk about that when I get to meeting a recruiter or a potential hiring manager. So you're going to share that. One of my key skills is my ability to develop strong marketing campaigns.
Mhm.
And the last campaign that I built led over to, 200% engagement with new customers or something. I don't know, making this up.
Yeah.
But the idea is that have a little bit of, know your value, know your stories. So prepare for that, knowing that, and then you would speak to it. So that's the action part. The preparation and the knowing yourself is the inner, and then the action is the doing and reaching out and actually speaking about it.
Those are very practical tips, Linda. Thank you very much. Again, for the audience watching or listening, if you have any other tips, so leave them below and tune in next time for another great question with Linda.